Hi guys, this is Eva coming to you live on New Year's Eve. It's still 2019 here in Spain. I know in some countries you are already in 2020. But this live stream is a combination of me going through my 100 days of gratitude journey, plus my last greetings to you for this year and for this decade. But let me start with my journey, my 100 days gratitude journey. I do this every now and again for those of you who don't know me or have been following me on my journey this time around. I started my first journey a few years back, and back then I didn't believe in it. But since then, and after doing my first 100 days of gratitude journey, I realized that I could grow as a person. I can become a better version of me. And I actually realized I had much more in life than at the time I thought I did. So it's been an amazing ride for me since I started that journey back then, all those years ago, and I will continue to give my gratitude to life, to myself, to my kids, to my parents, to my friends, to my dog whom I love very dearly, and to everything around me, including the hardest stuff. But the more gratitude and the more focused I am on what I can be grateful for, is just making my life easier, is making my life happier, because I have this inner joy. I'm not focused on what I don't have. I'm focusing on what I actually do have. And when I'm doing so, I actually gain even more. And it's amazing what happens when you have a smile on your face and you feel grateful deep inside your heart, because you're sending out this energy, you're sending out these vibrations to the universe, and the universe pick up on that and actually mirror you and come back with more things you can be happy for, more things you can be grateful for, and that positive energy. So my biggest takeaway from this journey is just, it's as simple as I've grown even more, and I'm more confident in that the universe will provide whatever you're asking the universe for. Oh, it's getting warm here. I thought this was a good idea. The universe, when I first heard about the law of attraction all those years ago, I didn't believe in it. I honestly didn't believe in it, but I've studied it and I keep on studying it, and every day I am conscious about learning a little bit more, or I go through what I've already learned to see if there are other aspects of it that I can understand better. And the start of the whole thing is by giving gratitude, and it's giving gratitude to everything you have. If you have something that is not so good in life, be grateful for it, learn from it. If you don't want it anymore, you will have to find a way to change it. And you can, because the thought of your mind, your thoughts become things. Everything you see around you in this world started off as a thought. So your thoughts are very powerful, and the more energy you give to your thoughts, that's what you will get back. So make sure that your energy is more on the positive side, or hopeful side at least, and take that on board. That would be my greatest, I'm lost for words now, advice for you for the coming year and for the coming decade. So 2019 hasn't just been about hi Kersti, nice of you to join in. It's been a while since we last met. The 2019 hasn't just been about my 100 days of gratitude. The last decade I've done several, and the last decade I've experienced quite a lot. You know, these Facebook memories, they come up every now and again, and they wanted me to share my 2019 memories. And I was looking at the pictures on this video, and I'm like, that's not what I really want to share. I have other stuff that I care more about that I want to share, if I want to share anything at all. But that started me on a journey to go through my pictures, my videos, what has actually happened in 2019. And I'm just blown away. I have experienced so many things in 2019 that if I didn't have all these videos and all these pictures and all these notes, I wouldn't remember half of it. Again, it's something else to be grateful for, actually, to have the ability to take photos, to take videos, and write down your notes, what's happening in your life, like kind of like a diary. Do that. And if you forget about something, or if you have a miserable day, go back on your notes, go back on your pictures, find some happy moments in your life, and you can relive that and feel the joy again. And that's it's a great experience. Maybe you even remember more than you were conscious about at the time. But it wasn't just 2019 I look back on. I actually started on the journey on this decade, because we are at the end of a decade. Would you believe it? It's been 10 years already. And I started this decade with turning 40 and fabulous. Still fabulous, have to say. Still in my 40s. I also experienced both my children turning 30. Now you can guess my age. Just go on my profile, you figure it out. I have become a grandmother. I had an eye laser operation. I lived in 2 different countries and several cities, may I add. I have been traveling to different countries, met some amazing people out there on my travels, but also online, and also in the areas I've been living. I've gained a lot of new great friends and good connections. Let's see, what else was it? I have to look. I had a little note here on the side so I wouldn't forget it all. But yeah, there has been a lot of wins, many things that has been taking me up, moved me forward. I experienced with my kids, I experienced with my parents, I experienced with my closest friends, I have experienced with my animals. Oh yeah, that's another thing. I had several animals coming and going in my household, because at some point I lived in Cyprus. I was known as the animal woman. I took lost dogs and cats into the house and cleaned them up, gave them some food, and found some new homes for them. And that was a great feeling as well. And yeah, and it just keeps on going. But it hasn't just been wins. I have to say, I had some really hard moments throughout this decade, and I'm pretty sure so have you. And in the start of this decade, I tried to hide it. Not because of what other people thought, but due to myself. I couldn't handle the hardship. So I just dug a grave. I put my head in the sand, if so to speak, and I just didn't want to deal with it. And I came to a point, I was so far down, and I felt so lost and useless and hopeless, and something had to shift. And I think that's the time I came in contact with law of attraction for the first time. And because I was in such a dark hole, I didn't really believe in it. But then I went on my first 100 days of gratitude journey, and I started to believe. And blimey, has it been a ride since then. So try it once a day. Find something to be grateful for. Write it down. It's so important, because we forget in our busy daily schedules. We forget how it's like. And if you can't find anything today to be grateful for, and you are breathing, that's something to be grateful for. So thank you, Kjersti, for being here. I hope you are having a good time and that you have some good plans for tonight for the celebration. And I wish you a really good night tonight, whatever you're doing, not just you, Kjersti, but everyone else. Take care of each other, of yourself and your family, your friends, and look forward to 2020 and to a new decade of millions of possibilities. It's up to you to give it a go, to make a change to your life, to what you want to have more of in your life. So what you don't want so much of can just go away, because it will. Start believing, start paying attention to your gratitudes, and believe that your positive thoughts can take you somewhere. With that, I wish you in the new year and in the new decade a life full of vibration of prosperity, happiness, health, success, and joy. So with that, thank you for 2019. Thank you for this decade. Happy New Year. Talk to you next year. Bye bye.